Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We up in here. Give everybody a few seconds. Saw something new. Welcome to Wealth Is Gangsta. What up, Instagram? Wealth Is Gangsta. We live on the YouTube channel, Wealth Is Gangsta. Come tap in with us right now to build a nation. My first PowerPoint presentation. Come check us out. How y'all doing tonight? Yes, sir. We're getting started. This is gonna be about building a nation, man. I always tell people some of my principles of building a nation, my five top ones. Or employ ourselves, feed ourselves, house ourselves, educate ourselves, clothe ourselves, and then we have to protect it. You know what I'm saying? So tonight it's gonna be a quick going over of those principles that I'm always preaching and teaching that I live in real life through my businesses and why the businesses I'm in form around these principles and how we build a stronger community and build up our people with these rules and regulations. It's something new to me, it's my first time putting a PowerPoint together. So that was different, you know, just getting everything together, learning about putting up the content, just sharing. I'm more of an introvert unless it's business. So it's really extra hard when I'm here talking on computers and stuff. It still wears me out. So we getting it together. And then tonight, I'm usually interviewing somebody. Tonight is just me, you, and the people that come check us out, kicking it with each other. So I thank everybody that come out, everybody that's gonna see it, and eventually, I need you to like, subscribe, share this video, and help me out. Help the Wealth Is Gangster movement. We got merch that's already in the streets, but we got coming. I got the Real and Real on. I'm always representing the record label, and we got new stuff for that. So tonight I'm gonna talk about a few of the businesses as I'm going through this PowerPoint on these 5 points because, like I say, my lifestyle, I live this. So everything I'm talking about tonight, I'm either actively in a business or a field that works towards this, or I'm getting into that field. But give me 1 second and we'll get this thing going. So, I'm still new to this, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do all this different uh, tagging, posting. You know, this is all new to me. It's all new to me, but I'm gonna get it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it. My boy got me on the StreamYard now, so I'm learning that. You see, I got my little we building up a nation strolling up the back. This thing is gonna become regular. It's gonna become regular schmegular real fast. And like I said, I just got to get adapted to it because one thing about content is it's easy for me in person, harder through the internet. Like, so I have people that tell me, man, you talk about this stuff all the time, but you won't do it online. And that's the part I gotta because it's easier when I'm just chopping it up with somebody, giving game, receiving game, however it falls. That's easier to me than sitting in front of a computer. Right now, it's easier. I'm gonna work towards getting it where it's all the same. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get them over what this gangster. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm trying to do. What up, Facebook? How y'all doing tonight? We're on the YouTube channel, Wealth Is Gangsta. I'm just going live for a few. We're going to be talking about building up a nation. So, once again, like I just told them on YouTube, we're going to be going over employ yourself, feed ourselves, house ourselves, clothe ourselves, educate ourselves, and then protect it. These are the rules that I live by in my day to day. And as we build up our communities and building up our people, this is what we. These are some prime examples of what we do. I don't know why I can't get. Okay, all right, okay. Now we good. I have to get that comment off the screen. All right, so let me go back now. Building up a nation. Once again, employ ourselves, feed ourselves, house ourselves, clothe ourselves, educate ourselves, and then protect it. A lot of those are self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go through them more precise. Employing ourselves. So, of course, the first example of that is starting a business, finding a need in your community or in your not only your community, but mainly starting off in your community, but for the world. You see a need that will help people in the world. That's a business you need to tap in with. If you find a need, that's the quickest way to become successful, become wealthy, become rich. Find a need and fixing that need or fulfilling that need. So starting a need, and then once you start a business, is giving you can give out opportunities. That's the main thing. As a people, we don't have opportunities. We always need somebody to give us a job, hoping somebody to give us a job, hoping they keep us up on the staff. These are things we always hoping, and praying that somebody give us an opportunity. And like I teach my youth, we don't look for opportunities. We create our own opportunities. So starting a business falls in that realm, creating your own opportunities. In the midst of that, you it's a couple things that you fix when you do that. One is self-fulfilled. Like my business is just self-fulfilled. I got the eggs, I got the honey, I got different things, and I'm gonna talk about some of those businesses because, like I said, they fall into that. So me, like I said, an example of me starting a business, I have a thrift store, Money Savers. That fulfills a need, especially at these times when people need cheap furniture, people need cheap delivery, people need cheap whatnots for the house. People are downscaling and not spending as much money in stores, and now they come to stores like Money Savers, and I'm tapping into a need for the community. My eggs, the chicken to raise natural living. One part of that is I have chickens, so now we're being able to sell eggs and give out eggs, but now that's fulfilling a need for our community. So that's one thing. Manufacturing. This is the part that we don't do as much as a people because, like this shirt, it's cool. I got it on. It represents one of my companies, Real and Real Records University. That's cool. But only thing I own is when I bought the print to put on the shirt. And I'm gonna talk about this later on in another slide. But an example of manufacturing is getting the owning the material, getting the materials to build the shirt. So that means I would own a cotton field, and then I'll be able to make my shirt and own the distribution from the seed to your body or from the seed to the plant. That's what Dr. Claude Anderson always say. So these are the type of things that we need to do as a people instead of just sitting back depending on the system to let us do these things. Be innovative. Our people, we created traffic lights, we created potato chips, we created the blood bank. We have so many creations that our people have did for this world that this world survives off of and thrives off of. For some reason we're not as innovative as we used to be. We don't look at something in our community and get innovative and make that a problem and find a solution for every problem. We got away from that. So I want us to get back to that and really be innovative when we tackling our problems. Because if you mix starting a business, manufacturing, being innovative, and then the last one is networking, bringing each other business, supporting each other business, being resources for each other. It ain't all about spending money with each other. You might just have a resource that'll put my business in a better place. So we have to expand our resources and help each other out get to the next level. So it's different ways of employing yourself that falls to making us a stronger people. Because what's our main problems now? Money. And when it comes with money and opportunities, this first slide right here covers that. It feels better when you know you got a community of people that you can go get a job from, or that you have skills that you can provide inside this community that we need. So you got a business, you got a skill set, we need that. And in turns, that makes you more sustainable because what? Now you have you're never gonna need a job. We always need your skill set. We always need your expertise. Our community shuts down if we don't have your expertise. So that's why skill sets and starting your business are two things that will take you far in life, even farther than, I know it's not popular, than degrees. I tell people all the time, I know many people with degrees that can't get a job. They have the degree, but no matter what kind of paperwork you got, if you don't have somebody that's looking for that particular knowledge base on your degree, it's all for naught. So these are just things that we have to realize. Uh, Facebook, come on over to YouTube, to the Wealth Is Gangsta YouTube channel. Yeah, so that's what we need. We need all this type of stuff to build up a community. And it's no other way. We got to stop saying that, well, I don't know, because this is how I was used to be. My parents told me to get a job, go to school, go to college, hope you make it to the sports, get a job, go to the army. I think that was like it, about five or six things. And I'm like, it's thousands of things. So let's see, Youth League, I plant seeds in these youth all day about, no, you can be this, you can be that. Go to school if you want to, but that's not the only way. And then even if you go to school, still start your business, still be innovative, still do all these things outside of school, because really that'll take you further, just being real. And the networking is good for business, but networking is good for a strong community too. Because if I'm communicating with everybody on this block, now we're more of a family. So we're gonna make sure his yard taken care of, her yard taken care of, her kids taken care of, his kids taken care of. Now we've got a strong community. We've got businesses. We manufacturing. You see how that goes. The more you do for self, the more. And shout out to the nation. This is what they talk about. And we have an example of this right here in real time. The Nation of Islam. This is an example of what they're doing right now, and I'm gonna cover over that schools, everything, the five things that I'm talking about. We actually have that going on right now in real time. We need to study, pay homage, and repeat that, reproduce that over and over again to build up our community. Exactly what we need. Agriculture. That's the country in me, you know what I'm saying? But these are the things I really do right now. That's why examples are two of my companies. We got to start with a garden, planting fruits and vegetables, something I'm doing right now. Started last year. I'm not like I'm an expert at it, but I started last year eating cucumbers and okra and different stuff out my backyard. So this is, like I say, what I talk about is what I live. This is not no job to me. This is a way of life. So all these things that some people will say, man, it's a business, man, it's hard, it's this, that, and the third. I don't know. I live it. So yeah, it's a business. I don't feel like cleaning out chicken pens and cleaning eggs and doing all that stuff, but it's a part of life, and it's a business. Now through my nonprofits, I got eggs to give out, that I give out and help feed people, and I got eggs I sell. Then I got eggs that's just straight for the family, make sure the family never need eggs. See, so starting this one business covers those three things, and it's feeding ourselves. But it covers the family, it covers the giving back to the community, and it covers making money. That's three birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of things that we got to be into. And like I said, we got to make it a way of life. When I get with these kids, I show them somebody that look like me, that mess with chickens, mess with honey, and mess with gardens. Because in our community, we don't see that. It's not cool. And the main thing we have to do is make things cool for these youth and make this a way of life. I shouldn't have to be trying to make myself eat eggs that I raised instead of want to go to HEB. But that's the programming that we need the corporation, we need the big businesses, we need them to feed us, we need them to house us, we need them to clothe us. No, we don't. But that's what the system thrives off. If you really believe that, and that's the only way of life you need, who wins? The system. So the things that I'm breaking down today, really not what the system want us talking about, but it's something that we're going to talk about, especially on channels and networks like Wealth Is Gangsta. This network will bring you nothing but educational. We're going to be covering sports, but even when we cover sports, we're going to be talking about the finances in it. We're going to be covering history. We're going to be covering. So we got this. This is not just a podcast. This is a YouTube channel that's going to become a network one day. So I appreciate everybody that's starting off with us at the ground level, and just watch us grow and just support us. You know what I'm saying? And just practice this. That's how you. That's the main support. The things we talk about, practice it. So today, when we're talking about starting a business, let me go back one. Even if you don't like, I got kids right now that starting businesses right now. So it's not an excuse for that. But let's say this: let's say everybody can't start a business. Everybody can't own a business. Everybody not an entrepreneur, whatever. I my back and forth, my come back to that is life is business. So if you got a family, that's business. If you got a relationship, that's business. If you got kids, any you got a boss, that's business. Everything you do is already business. So if you say you can't run a business, okay, cool. Everybody don't want to physically run a business. Get into stocks. Take a percentage of what you're making and buy into stocks. Take a percentage of what you're making and save up to buy some real estate. So it's different ways where you can be a passive boss, a passive entrepreneur. But that's backup for if you ever get fired, if you ever lose your job, if you ever wake up and just cannot do the same task that you've been doing for 20, 30 years. That's your protection. That's your backup. So this is what I push to our people, that we really need backups. And even bigger than backups, like in my CEO Youth League, what I promote is having options. Because that's why a lot of us are frustrated and really hate our life situation and hate what's going on, because we don't have opportunities, or we have slim opportunities, let's put it like that. And most of them come with a job or sports. Well, the tech world is all kind of industries that we can take over most of that we created, but for some reason we don't think we belong in those industries. We don't think we can rule and take over those industries, but we can. Okay, so I talked about the fruits and vegetables that I'm growing right now. Raising animals. Okay, I got the chickens. We got goats coming. Getting the ducks. The cows. I don't eat pork, but I still would invest into a pig farm if somebody else did that. Because I don't eat it personally. But like I see one thing about me, because I got people that even when I talk about chickens, they talk about the health and all that. So I balance it. Definitely we want to be more healthy. Definitely we want to watch what we put in our bodies. But at the same time, I'm a survivalist. So we can talk all that, but if there's no food in the stores and our people are starving, what are we gonna do? So that's the part I balance with eating better, with watching what I put in my body, drinking more water, all the good stuff that is great, that we really need to push and really need to be in the forefront of our lives. Healthier lifestyle, healthier eating. I'm behind that. But I'm a realist and I'm a survivalist. So I'm always gonna take a balanced approach. So this is what I deal with my holistic partners and my healthy partners, that we have to talk. So they're against some foods. Cool, I understand that. But I'm a survivalist, and like I say, this is about building up a nation. So this ain't even about me. It might be some people that eat some of the other foods, even though I wouldn't want them to, but that ain't my position in life to tell people what not to eat. Present them what's better and what's not, or what's a little better, what's a little healthier, but it's not my job to do that. So I take a good balance with that. So when it comes to the animals, cows, got the goat. Oh, I got goats coming and ducks coming. So that's about as far as I am right now. I'm waiting on. I need more land to get into like the cows and stuff like that. But my examples of this, my transferring this into real life, is to raise natural living. But right now we got eggs for sale. I was supposed to bring some in here and just forgot. But right now you can buy eggs from me. Right now you can buy little chickens from me. Well, you you can order chickens to come right now. You know what I'm saying? So right, like my mom, she just made some butter from scratch. She makes yogurt from scratch. We make the smoothie. So we're getting all this stuff, and we're going back to the old days when we made everything right inside the house. We knew everything that was in there, and we could control what was going in our body a little better. And these are about steps. We're not going to take over this. We're not going to conquer everything in one day, one setting, or even one presentation. But like I said, once again, this is about planting seeds, the steps to put our people on a better pathway of being successful and achieving our goals. So that's to raise natural living, to raise real honey, bees. Right now, I got 3 bee houses producing honey, getting to the point where I'm gonna be messing with the wax. I'm gonna be messing with the candle. I'm gonna be messing with all kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm gonna be extracting honey, selling jars and paint and jars of honey, as well as keeping honey that I'm putting into our little medicines that we making or our little foods that we making. When I make my own barbecue sauce, a real deal barbecue sauce. That honey that I used to have to go to the store to get will be coming straight from me now. You see, it's a process, and I've been having honey going on 2 years. It's just now getting to a point where it's producing a little honey. So things take time, and that's what a lot of people don't like to do. We microwavable people, so we want everything. What's up, D? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, we microwavable people. So what we need to do is not worry about today's results. Wealth is slow cooked. Wealth is like this. Say you want a brick home, right? And every day you get a couple bricks to put together. That would be painful. But the person that's dedicated to that and do that will have a home quicker than most people that's just working, hoping, and looking for somebody to just put them in a big home. You see what I'm saying? Because every day they put a brick or two. Some days they might get 5 bricks, and it might be a good day. Some days it might be slow day, so you only put 1 brick. But over the time, you building a foundation, you building a nice brick home. We have to stop worrying about wanting everything today and know that as long as we can survive today, we're building for a better tomorrow. You know. So that's 2 of my examples. And we have some other stuff. I got people that make their own sausage right now. I got people that's pickling right now. I got making their own jams. Like I say, my mom, she make lotion, she make toothpaste, and I'm just trying to get her to cross over and really turn it into a business. Right now, she's just doing it as fun. So these are the type of things that, and we're in process of putting a store, not a grocery store, but a small grocery store where you can come get eggs, you can come get vegetables, you can come get sausages. Cause I got a couple of guys that make their own sausages. You can come get that. You know what I'm saying? We just doing a deal. I got my guy that do with the seafood. Now we're gonna open up a little seafood and meat market. That's the way that we cut out the middleman, produce a manufacturing line, and produce a producer line, but we're making money and we're giving out jobs. That's how we're doing it. The money in the building. What's up? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. But, tonight we just talking about building up a nation. So the stuff that we need to do as people to make sure we're more secure. So a lot of this gonna go over your head, little youngster. But hey, you tapped into the right spot. The next one is housing ourselves. Right now, I own 4 lands. Well, 2 pieces of land and 2 lots that I would say. And we rent out. We got a couple houses that we rent out. I'm into the truck life. Sponsor started by Jay Morrison. What I'm saying, tier 2 regulation fund. We raised $10 million in 1 week. We got all kind of different little properties, apartment buildings. They invest in other people that's getting money. They that's into real estate and stuff. It's like a fund. Instead of banking, now we're the bank. That's what I was thinking. I'm trying to think of the word. So just being with Trev, seeing Jay Morrison do that, and then we got a 20,000 square foot building in Atlanta that's called the Black House. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think they just changed the name, but it's the Black House. My name is on the wall as a founder. You know, and those type of things in California with Tariq, we raised $1 million in 1 month. We got a hidden history museum coming. You know, that's group economics. That's buying up properties. We was having troubles trying to buy properties on Crenshaw, so we have to move a little bit off Crenshaw because they want to rent out the buildings, but they don't want us to buy buildings. See, this is what I'm saying. This is next level. We buying up commercial properties. We're not just renting them out. We buying up pieces of land. We're not just renting them out, and we build up our own communities. Quit running from the east sides and the north sides and all that. Let's buy that cheap land. That's what they do. They let us run it down. They come buy it on pennies on the dollar, and then before you know it, they build a sky rise and it shoots up. D money, what's up? Yeah, so and that's what they do, you know. So that's what we got to do. Quit running from the hood. Let's turn our hood into communities. That's what thing we're gonna be doing down here in Temple. I know we have a hood there all the time. So what I want to do, my boy Key in the building. What's going on, man? Love, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be coming up on his platform real soon. You know what I'm saying? Nation One Love podcast. That's salute. That's another one of my good brothers doing work. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, this is what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got to do. We got to buy property. We got to build for ourselves, and we got to own. We got to own this. That's the thing. We got to, getting away from the renting and stuff. Let's own and then rent out to our people, so we in control. Everybody not gonna be owners, but if the top people in our communities buy up the communities and rent it back out to us, let's buy off land and let's have these different little duplexes and different things out. These are the things we got to do. The serious work, and this is what I mean. Much love and respect back to you, Key. Yeah, we're gonna chop it up. I'm coming on the platform soon. I need you to come back here soon. He on one of my interviews from last year, so go check that out on the Wealth Is Gangsta uh, YouTube channel. So yeah, so I like to do my examples, and I'm with some other groups, the multi homes. We got different things going on. Yes, sir. Share it, man. That's love. Put it out there, man. We need this getting out there to the people. Yeah, put it on your channel, man. Shout out. But yeah, housing ourselves. I'm not talking about no public housing. I'm talking about us. Even if it is public housing, it needs to be owned by us. That's the main thing that I'm trying to get across today. Ownership. Let's take these income taxes. Let's go buy up a lot. Let's take this little money that we get. Let's take the little licks that we hit. Even my street guys, let's get out of their life. Like I tell my little youngsters, put that little sack down you flipping, let's go flip a house. Let's put that into the market. Let's put that in a lot of different ways where it can put us in a whole nother atmosphere in life. So housing ourselves is more important because as a community, you have to have somewhere to stay. And this is why these principles all follow each other in mine. And once again, examples. See, everything I'm talking about, I'm not just talking, I'm living. So that's why I have an example of what I'm doing in each one of these. This is what I'm already got a hold of. And I'm part of a few other groups. It was like, we're part of the Baton Rouge group. They bought up like a whole city block, reinvent or, what I'm saying, fixing up stuff. So this is what we do all day long. I'm with groups that's doing it, and I'm doing it solo. And I got partners that I'm with, and so we doing it all the way around. The real work. Let's do it. Clothing ourselves. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Like this shirt right now I got on, representing one of my company, Really Done Real Records. Cool, love it, sell it, make money off of it. It's a great thing. But let's talk about how we really own the operation for this shirt. And that's starting off in the fields, which go back to buying land, like we just talked about. Housing ourselves, that follows in the same thing as what? Buying land. If we bought some land and we put housing on some of it and we got fruit and vegetables on some of it, then we got another one where we can just do, we're going to have a cotton field. Why we need a cotton field? The cotton field comes, now we're producing our own clothing. Now we got the materials that can produce our own clothing. Now we need the people who we can hire. It goes back to the first one. Employ your people. Okay, how we employ our people? We need people that can stitch and sew. We need designers, people that know about fabric and dyes. This just us having a cotton field. We just open up a whole industry for our people, a whole industry of jobs, creators, innovators, and we got and this ain't this the highest paid job, but we even got regular job for somebody that's just out there running the cotton mill. So this is what I'm saying. If we just think more collectively, and I was just on the phone with my partners earlier, we're so individualized, which is cool. I understand that. Everybody, we're all individual. We all worry about self first. That's just normal, you know. So it's not about that. Of course, you want to take care of your home first, but your home is still in the community. So if you only worry about your home, the community is going to hell. What it's gonna do? It's still gonna come back on your home that you're so protected. So even when you're doing your home and making sure your home's straight, you have to build up your community. You have to build up the people in your community. You have to build the economic uh, structure in your community. And that comes from us circling dollars together, circling ideas together, networking, supporting each other. All that falls in the same thing. So this is what we got to do to build a nation. And I know this is more work. Don't nobody want to grow no cotton. Don't nobody want to learn how to do all this. We want to go to the store and it's already made. But that's why we always end up in the place that we end up because we still dependent on the system. You see? So it sounds like a lot. It sounds hard, but it's not as hard. It should if we make this a way of life, it wouldn't even feel like a job. Right now, it would feel like a job because it's not our way of life. Our way of life is going to the mall. Our way of life is ordering online. Our way of life is being the flyest and whatever, however. But let's grow our own. Let's start the field. Let's put the seeds in the ground. Once it grows, let's pick it. Then we take it through the machine, get the materials come out. Then they pop out as a cotton shirt, the cotton in form of a shirt. Now we got the people that stitch and sew, sewing that up. The designers coming with the different designs. Now we need the person that know about all the fabrics and the dyes. Hey, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. We just hire people. Now we got a whole production that we can ship around the world that can't nobody stop but us. Because it goes back to we own the land that we're growing the cotton in, and we own the whole line, from the seed in the ground to when we put dyes on it, and it's going on your back. See, I used to be happy just having this real and real shirt on. I go buy the shirt wholesale. I come back, I throw RTR on it. Boom, it's my shirt. It is to a point. It's still my shirt. But what if I had this same shirt and I own the cotton field that this cotton came out of? Now I'm thinking different. Now I'm in a different mode. Now I'm on a different level. But now I can do this for my people on a larger scale. You know? So that's what I'm talking about. Educate ourselves. you know, I mean, it's self-explanatory. I know we're taught school, and it's cool. I don't knock nobody from school. But as a people, we have to realize the numbers are not there in successful rates when it comes for us in school. And you can say on a lot of different levels, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can go check out the movie Preschool to Prison Pipeline. That's one of the movies that I love. Well, I don't love it, but I got so much information about systematically how they're programming us. Systematically. Respect. I appreciate you. Respect back to you, Key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's about giving game. You give a lot of quality game to me. You know what I'm saying? We exchanging the game. We exchanging the what we learning, the resources, the people, because we out here trying to do better for our people. Man, that's one thing me and you hit on. So yeah, no, that's all. That's real love and respect back, man. I learned a lot from you. But so educate ourselves. We gotta start teaching our kids at home, even if they go to public school. Because I'm a homeschool advocate, but I understand. Like I tell most schools are they're babysitting facilities because our parents got to go where to work because they need to make money for the next week. We're trying to you know what I'm saying, we're trying to make it pay these bills this Friday. So most of our parents got to go to work. That's why school is more of a, to me, it's just more of a daycare for kids. Because in the numbers, our kids don't learn nothing and they don't get far as they could get. But you go to homeschool, like I'm building curriculum now, right now for homeschoolers, because that's what I want to push. That's what I want to advocate for. And that's what I want to help build up because I see those kids, they're not taught to the book. They're taught to be creative. And that puts them in another atmosphere right out top. You know what I'm saying? They see the world as totally different than a kid that's locked in school 24/7, 365, learning about this book and that book and a lot of made up history and a lot of other stuff that does them no good. So even if you in saying that, even if you don't go to homeschool, which I'm behind, let's still teach them at home. If they go to school and learn when they come home on the weekends, you need to be putting them in Black history. You need to be putting them in financial literacy and programs like the CEO Youth League that teaches kids about finances and plant seeds to them to show them about what's your talent and what's your skill and that's how to monetize that. I got kids in my program right now, 10, 11, 12, making money right now off their skill set, off what they're great at. And that's what we need to just duplicate through our communities. So, like right now, we're in the process of CEO Youth League Academy. So, I'm once again, my example for what I'm talking about is the CEO Youth League Academy. I'm building a school. I'm building curriculums. I'm building classes that you can take. If you do go to public school, it can be like extra curriculum, or if you part of the, or if you look at D. If you part of a public school, you can be in as an extracurriculum, or if you're homeschool. Like I said, I'm dealing with homeschoolers that's making my courses a part of their curriculum, a part of their regular classmate, and that's what we built in the CEO Youth League. I started the CEO Youth League because it's like a entrepreneur Pop Warner for kids. Because our kids is Pop Warner football, Pop Warner basketball, AA this, AA that. And I wanted to give them something because only half of 1% of those kids don't even get close to professionals. Then what? Most of those kids be depressed when they 18 hit and they really realize they're not gonna make it in sports. Then they're gonna be what? They're gonna be good. They go to the drugs, to the streets, alcoholics, all this different stuff that throws them off. And this is what I seen from a person that left my mama's house at a young age and went to the streets. So I kind of got away from sports quick, but I still realized that there was a lot of people that thought they was gonna make it that didn't, and now they've been lost ever since because their whole makeup was sports. So my thing with CO Youth League, we're educating them and we're planting more seeds than just sports. If you love sports, play that with all your might. But I'm gonna give you 4 or 5 other skills, plant 4 or 5 other seeds that's gonna take you far in life, even if sports don't don't work for you. But even if it do, you're surpassing the other ones that the other half of 1% that make it because they don't know nothing about sports. I mean, they don't know nothing about finances. Finances is key for the ones that don't make it. It's crucial for the ones that don't make it. But for the ones that do make it, it's still crucial. How many times we hear about all these agents and stuff robbing kids from the inner city because they don't know nothing about no money. They never been taught it. You know what I'm saying? My partner, I got a partner that's Jewish. He always say we teach our kids how to run a bank at 5, and then I'm like, our kids don't even know how to open up a bank account at 18. It's about hitting them early, giving them the game early. We give them the rap songs. We give them all the bad influences early. Let's give them this positive stuff early. Let's give them something that's going to nurture their brain. Let's give them something that's going to put them in another spot. Let's really pour into them on the financial side and on the financial literacy side and on the education side. My biggest problem right now when I have an investment gig, right, for the kids to come out, free event. It's sprinkled outside, and his parents told me that they couldn't make it because it was sprinkling outside. But these are the same parents that will drive through a tornado to get through a football game. And the kids see this. Mom don't care about the financial literacy, but she gonna do whatever to get to the sports. So they start growing up like that. They start thinking like that. They start pushing it like that. So we need to not balance it. Because you can go to a house with about 3 or 4 kids. Whatever kids that's best in sports is going to be the one that celebrate the most. Let's celebrate the reader the most, or equally. Not even saying one better than the other. Let's celebrate them equally. The one that's spelling bees, I had a spelling bee last. What I'm saying, 6 months ago. We're gonna have another one. Let's make this type of stuff. We got a movie coming out for these kids called Cool Kids, where the kids that's in school, that's like the nerds, the computer, they gonna be cool on this campus. So we just want to reverse it. Not that sports are bad, but we just want to equal the playing field where these kids know that this is cool just as that's cool. That's what goes back to this wealth is gangster. When I talk to these kids on the corner, yeah, sure, you want to tell them don't do this, don't do that. Of course, you want to tell them that. But I remember when I was 11 years old, you told me that I ain't trying to hear it. So when I tell them don't be doing the street stuff, don't be no thug, don't be no gangster. That's true. But let me tell you, let me show you what else is gangster. Let's split this house together. That's gangster. Let's get into the stock market. That's gangster. Let's start your own clothing line. Let's write you a book. Let's do all this stuff. Go to school. Go to college. That's gangster. So it ain't my job to tell them don't be a gangster. You know what? Let me tell you. Let me give you a different version of a gangster. I think I could connect quicker with those youth than telling them what not to do, the moral thing, and this, that, and the third. Because I was that kid that I didn't want to hear it. And that's why my program, CEO Youth League, is built on right now. We got youth making money. I got a YouTuber right now that's getting ready to come out with, and I believe in her with songs ready. We're gonna hit the iTunes with songs. I got a 12-year-old right now, beautiful drawings. Matter of fact, there goes some of them right there. You know, really see, I got them right here. But I'll be having to come on and we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about that later. But yeah, let's build them up. Let's make the education and financial literacy as important as the sports. Because to me, it don't make no sense when only half 1% gonna make it. Why are we only feeding them that? Let's feed them that, but let's give them 4 or 5 other things that can back that up. So in conclusion, employ yourself, feed ourselves, house ourselves, clothe ourselves, educate ourselves, and then protect it. And the protection part is, just it's common sense. When you build up something, you got to protect it. You know what I'm saying? The Tulsa riots was because they built up a beautiful community with doctors, hospitals, banks, all that, but they had no army. They had no troops. They had no security to really protect them from anything from the outside. So once we're doing all this, once we're building all this, once we're putting our communities together, we have to protect it. And we have to be willing to fight for what's ours on whatever level that might be, you know. So these are the rules. These are my 5 rules of building a nation. Uh, I think I got through my first presentation pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the ones that's in the chat. Thank everybody for coming out. And like I just say, this is just the beginning. We're gonna be doing more of these. We're gonna be staying on it. And like last year, I started the Wealth is Gangster, then I fell off. And my thing this year is just gonna be consistent. So I got plenty of interviews coming up. I got plenty more presentations coming up. And even off this Building a Nation uh, presentation, we're gonna dive into this even deeper. So I will be bringing people on to interview about this, about a Building a Nation, about breaking each one of these 5 down and getting more intensive into each one of these. And then I'm gonna keep coming with examples of what I'm doing and how I'm bringing it to the table, and what I want to do with the community. Like these eggs I got, this honey I got, I want to build up institutions in our community that helps feed the people, helps employ the people. You know, what I'm saying with the housing and the properties, I want to build up apartment complexes. I want to build up a marketplace, and that's another thing that employ my people. And that's another thing that we can sell our products out of. So everything that I do in my real life leads to these. And I think is if we do that as a whole, taking these five principles, and we all internalize them the way we do. Everybody gonna do it different. Everybody ain't gonna have animals. Everybody gonna have real estate. But if we take these five and do our parts in each one of them, I think this will build up a stronger community. All right, I think I did. I think I did pretty good, man. I think I made it through, man. My boy D held me down the whole time. D Money, I see you, little nephew, man. He and her just showing love, talking about all kind of stuff in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But I thank you for being here for the support. But yeah, this is the beginning of it. I got history stuff, history channel that's gonna be on this network. We got the gangster dishes, so that'll be me and the wifey in the kitchen cooking up some stuff. We got the thrift store, so you will be seeing this like a reality show behind the scenes at the thrift store. So we're gonna be doing a couple different little things, man. And I got the book coming out, The Streets Live to it, so I definitely will be coming back to talk about that. But we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna keep this going. Like I say, this is not just no podcast. I know a lot of people just start their podcast channel. This is a network. So don't get used to just one thing. We got the sports and finances show coming. We got the reality shows coming. So just look at this as a TV channel that's going to give you a lot of different content, but it's all going to be about uplifting our people and like going back to these five things. Most of everything you'll see on this channel will be covering these five things in one way or another. So I salute everybody that came out tonight. Salute everybody that's going to be tuning in later. Wealth is Gangsta on IG. Wealth is Gangsta on YouTube. Wealth is Gangsta on Facebook. I got the TikTok coming. I got to get into all this other stuff. I'm not as computer literate and savvy as I need to be, but that's all coming. I promise. And you're not gonna see me. You're not gonna stop. You're gonna always see me. I'm gonna be coming. My boy Keys, me and him gonna do some things. I'm gonna have to bring him back on the podcast. I'm definitely coming to his. Hopefully next week we'll tap in together. My brother doing a lot of good work from the Dallas to New Hampshire to North Carolina. And so on and so on. So I salute you for even being here because I know you got a lot of stuff going on. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Go like, subscribe, share the content. And yeah, let's do it. And we're going to have updates. Like I say, this is just the introduction to this. This is me kicking off the dust of doing, I guess, a lecture or a presentation by myself. It's weird because I'm used to talking to somebody. But yeah, I love it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the education going. Let's keep the building going. And let's do better for our people. You see the FBA flag back there, forever represent that foundation of Black American. You know what I'm saying? So we repping it at all times, and we building up a nation at all times. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I look forward to talking to y'all again soon. Wealth is Gangsta.